Well, do you think not to get all politico on you, but isn't it a little weird that back in the 60s and whatnot, it was super Democratic? John F. Kennedy's going to the West Virginia to talk to the coal miners, and they were all the blue collar were voting blue.
Well, I've heard you talk about that.
And then flipped.
I've heard you say, now
it's red.
The blue collar vote used to be the Democrat, right?
Sure, yeah.
Now it feels like it's all red out there in the auto workers and all that, the construction.
Oh, the unions are interesting because the unions all have endorsed the Democrats, but then their membership does not vote for the Democrats.
Oh, interesting.
The membership's like, hey, all right, endorse whoever you want. I'm going to vote for Trump. And you can see that up and down different industries. Like
That's interesting.
The rank and file are going to vote Trump.
Do endorsements do anything? I've heard people say, like, if Taylor Swift came out and endorsed Biden, it would swing things. But would it? Or would
help. I think it would help.
But I feel like people already know kind of where she stands on stuff. So what does that really do? Do you think that would be impactful?
It's interesting, man, because when I ran for president, I got various endorsements.
Who was your biggest one that you were like? Was it Chappelle?
I think Chappelle objectively.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
But I'll say this.
That must have felt pretty good.
One reason why I will always be grateful to Dave is that a lot of celebrities. So I get together with him, and he's like, universal basic income makes sense to me. It would help all the folks in Ohio where I live. I'm going to support you. And then a celebrity says that, and you're like, oh, well, thank you. You have no idea what that means. And then in Dave's case, what that means is I'm going to roll up to Iowa while you're campaigning in Iowa, shoot like rush hour themed videos with you, and then perform to a sold out stadium in Ames, and then donate all the money from that show to your campaign's like associated entity.
And then do 6 hours on stage, and he's like, wait, why was I here again?
Yeah, right.
So Dave like actually freaking rolled up his sleeves. He then went to South Carolina and then made calls to South Carolina voters on my behalf, like did another show, donated the money to the entity. So, I mean, he freaking grounded out in a way that would be stunning to anyone who, because most celebrities don't want to do anything that's going to require lots of time and energy, but also they don't want to take like a risk in that way. And then Dave just said, look, like this guy's talking about things that would help the people around me. So I'm going to actually go to the early states. I mean, it was something I'll never forget.
Wow. He's like, I will give you money. I will support you. Just work on this trans bathroom law.
I don't remember that
just joking, Dave. Comedian to comedian.
You guys are probably running the same circle. Because every comedian I know knows every other comedian. You guys are on the same places.
We know everybody.
Yeah.
It's good times that way. So is him... and around
You're
the
probably
same
that
time,
way with most politicians. I would assume you know most of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I am friendly with just about all of them. It's true. The ones you would expect. But I also got endorsed by Norm MacDonald around the same period.
What?
So I was like super grateful for that.
It's right there.
My hero.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. He couldn't drive.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's like a brilliant idiot. He can't drive. He lived with his mom. He lived in a studio apartment in L.A., but brilliant guy. But, gambling addiction.
What did he say to you?
Took a gamble on you.
Yeah, he took a gamble on me. He said, and he was great even after the campaign ended. He was like, Andrew, you're ahead of your time. People catch up. So he was.
No one was ahead of his time.
Agreed.
Yeah, he was that. So the folks like that, it was really awesome because there were people that I admired from afar, and then getting to know some of them, and then having them get behind me. So where the fuck were you guys? No, I'm kidding.
I was on the gang train.
I was paying attention.
I was on there. I'm a fan.
What year did you win? 16?
20.
So
tough year.
We won. Yeah, it's a tough year, and we wouldn't have made a big dent. I don't think for you back then.
No, I was on board. I was all in right away.